Good afternoon, all of you. So today I'm going to speak on gaining advantages from cloud-based testing. So first of all, we'll go through the agenda. So I'm going to talk about these topics. What is cloud-based testing and types of testing in the cloud and challenges on cloud testing and then benefits from cloud testing and how to prepare for cloud-based testing. And at last, I'm going to talk about cloud testing tools. So now we'll see what is this cloud-based testing. So this cloud testing is a type of software testing where the software application is tested using cloud computing services. And this form of testing is performed on a third-party cloud computing environment, and that will gives us the required infrastructure to perform our test. And the purpose of this cloud testing also, as generally we do, test the software for functional and also for the non-functional requirements using this cloud computing. And nowadays, these organizations has challenges like limited test budget, meeting deadlines and high costs per test, and then a large number of test cases, also the geographical distribution of users. So cloud testing will be the solution for all these problems because this will give us unlimited storage and then quick availability of the infrastructure with scalability and also the availability of the distributed testing environment. And then this cloud testing, in cloud testing, we have to concentrate on some core testing components. Those are application, network, and infrastructure. So if you take the application, this will cover the cloud-based testing, software for functionality, then data security, and then for browser compatibility with end-to-end business workflows. And if we take the network, this will include the testing a variety of network bandwidths and protocols, and also the successful transfer of data through networks. And if we take the infrastructure, this will focus on the disaster recovery and secure connectivity and also the backups and storage policies. So this is the simple introduction on the what is cloud-based testing. So we'll move to what are the types of the testing in the cloud. So these are the testing types that we do in cloud. First one is functional, then non-functional, then we have ability testing. So at first, we'll see what is functional testing in cloud. So in functional software testing, it will check all the features and functions of the software and its interaction with hardware. Generally, we conducted this on a completely integrated software platform. But in the cloud-based, in cloud-based testing, it is the process of verification that is carried against requirements on a cloud instead of an on-premise. And then here we have three types of testing: system testing, acceptance, and integrations testing. So if we see what is system testing, this is the technique that will evaluate systems compliance with functional and system requirements in the cloud environment. Then we have acceptance testing. So this will prove the application meets the certain needs of its users. And at last we have integration testing in functional testing. This will ensure that this application is compatible with different platforms and works well, let's say when moving from one cloud infrastructure to another. So this is the functional testing types in cloud-based testing. Then we have non-functional testing. So this will allows you to check the non-functional aspects of software like security, performance, and reliability and usability. So if we take the first one, that is a security testing. So this cloud-based application security testing gives us the feasibility to host these security testing tools on the cloud for our testing purposes. Then in traditional testing, we need to have on-premises tools and infrastructure. But nowadays, these companies are using and adopting to these cloud-based tools, because it makes the process faster and cost-effective. And this security testing will ensure that data is stored and transmitted safely. So there are some most popular tools, cloud-based tools. Those are Nmap, Nessus, and Wireshark. So that's about the security testing as non-functional. So then we have scalability and performance testing. So this type of testing will ensure that your application performs well and correctly with various number of users. And during load testing, so these testers can measure the software response time, and we can increase the load. While increasing the load, we can test the response time. And also we need to check how this application will work under excessive stress. So you can carry out stress testing. And if you want to measure the application response delay after deploying this application on cloud, you can conduct latency testing. So this is about the scalability and performance testing as non-functional testing on cloud. Then we have another testing type. First we have functional, then non-functional. The another one is ability testing. So this ability testing is carried out to verify that the users really receive these application services on demand. To test this, we have some testing types. The first one is compatibility testing. So this compatibility testing will evaluate the application's compatibility with various environments and platforms. And this is the testing which is used to cloud environment under different operating systems. And this will surely evaluate any compatibility issue when the cloud application is running on different hardware or else OS or databases. So that is about the compatibility testing under ability testing. Then we have interoperability testing. So this will refer the interaction between the cloud service customer and the cloud service provider to obtain some predictable results. So this will give customers that freedom to switch their providers when their computing needs grow or some requirements change. And let's say this testing this interoperability testing can be divided into 3 parts. The first part will be focus on the web application interaction between the cloud service customer and the cloud service provider. Then we have as second part the interaction between the cloud service providers. And as the third part we have in cloud interoperability testing, that is interaction between the cloud service provider and the management functions. So that's about the interoperability testing on cloud. Then we have disaster recovery. So we know that disasters are unpredictable and it may surely cause an application downtime. So we have to do this disaster recovery, then we can evaluate the recovery time. But currently many organizations don't carry out these tests because they think that it's going to be very risky and too much hassle. Because in traditional disaster recovery, they are having a second set of servers somewhere in another office. So proper test need to involve in the shutting down the primary servers and to see what happens. So they think that it is very risky and potentially costly task. So we have a simple solution for this, that is the cloud-based disaster recovery. So using this cloud-based disaster recovery testing, we can ensure that application will become available to users with minimum data loss and within a minimum time. And one of the key benefits on this testing is that you don't have to pay continuously to keep your own secondary facility reserved at your provider. You can simply pay for your capacity to failover services when the need arises. And let's say you need to carry out a test, then you can simply boot up the required servers in an isolated environment. So without affecting your primary servers, you can test. So that's also a major advantage here also in cloud-based testing. And this is about the disaster recovery testing in cloud. Then we have multi-tenancy testing. So multi-tenant means a situation where a single case of the product various clients. And this multi-tenant applications lets the customers or tenants share the same hardware resources by offering them one shared application and a database instance. And this testing will verify whether the application can ensure a sufficient level of security and access control when these multiple users invoke to it in the cloud. So in the cloud-based tools, there are tools like Click Test, Browser Stack, Quorum to test these ability testing types. Then we have challenges on cloud testing. So far, as we know, there are so many benefits that we can gain from cloud-based testing, but there are some challenges that testers may face. So we have to be ready to overcome the challenges, and we have to find some solutions. So the first one is lack of standards. So there are still no universal solutions that how testers can integrate these internal resources of their company's data centers with public cloud resources, because these public cloud providers develop their own architectures and own operating models. So let's say testers need to change these cloud vendors, cloud-based tool providers, they may offer different services. So testers may face some problems. So then we have security and privacy concerns. So security in the cloud still arises some many concerns, because encryption techniques are far from perfect. So also the cloud providers can offer test in private cloud. Still some concerns about the security of the data, because those are stored in remote location that is beyond company's legal power. And another thing is these cloud applications being multi-tenant in nature, as I mentioned, there is a risk of data theft. So that is about the security and privacy concerns. And then potential availability issues. These providers guarantee us round-the-clock availability of their services, but there may be a chance of having downtime, and it will definitely cause negative consequences of our testing processes. And for example, in 2013, Amazon Web Services went down for less than half an hour. So during that time, thousands of companies were unable to test the properties that required access to AWS. So we have to concern on that also. So then we have service level agreements. So these cloud-based tool providers, they provide some sort of terms and conditions, but they are written in a biased and a misleading way. So you have to pay close attention to those conditions before you purchase cloud-based tools. And then we have infrastructure issues. So before choosing any cloud-based testing tool, you have to make sure that the provider which he offers, the configurations, technologies, and storage are matching with your requirements. Let's say you have started the project and that time only you understood that these configurations are not supported, then you are in a big problem. So you have to pay close attention on that configurations and technologies and the storage you need. And then we have hidden costs. So let's say these vendors inform on their cloud-based, but if you use the test environments improperly, that may significantly increase your costs. So you have to avoid that hidden cost, and testers, to avoid that, you have to thoroughly plan your test environments. Then we have data migration. So data migration from one cloud provider to another is a huge challenge because the providers may have different database schemas and it requires a lot of effort to understand the data fields. So data fields and also relationships and how they are mapped across the applications. So these are the challenges, some of the challenges that testers may face. So we have to be ready to overcome those things. Then we have advantages on cloud testing. So currently, so many businesses, organizations are switching to cloud-based testing because there are thousands of advantages. So I have mentioned few of them here. The first one is testing environment is dynamic and readily available. So nature of the cloud-based testing will deliver you a fast turnaround time. And most of the cloud testing applications work under subscription models. So it is very easy to QA testers. They can access to a browser, can pay and register, and they can simply start the testing. So easy process because everything is pre-configured and the services are secure and affordable. So the benefits of the cloud testing will start with its flexibility, and it will flexibility in providing support for testing needs. And this cloud testing can be performed either public, private, or else hybrid clouds. But the most cost-effective choice is public cloud that has acceptable level of security. And those who seek for a mix of cost effectiveness and top-tier security, they can go for a hybrid cloud. So that hybrid cloud will protect that software applications from common security shortfalls in QA. Then we have you can scale as needed. So in traditional testing environment, let's say we have to purchase more hardware to create more space. But in cloud testing, there is elastic scalability, and it will allows us to ramp up and ramp down when our requirements change, the project goal shift. So you don't need to worry about the size of the requirement. Then we have simple disaster recovery. So as I mentioned before also, rather than the traditional methods, this cloud disaster recovery recover all your assets in a quick manner, and it's a very easy process and not laborious or a complex process. Then we have cost effective. So far from the advantages, you can understand all those things will definitely lead to cost effective. So working via the cloud will definitely lowers the cost. So then your business can reallocate these resources for improving infrastructure and to testing practices. And then we have speed. So as we know, speed is the most obvious reason to perform the cloud test. And this cloud-based test grid enables us to run many tests parallel. And let's say you don't need to wait for another test to be complete, then you can run as many as parallel. And then we have breadth of cloud testing coverage. So here, using this cloud-based test grid, it will make easy to test your application against a very large variety of environments. So you don't need to set up any infrastructure yourself. Then we have extended debugging and cloud testing. So this cloud-based test grid will help you to streamline the process of troubleshooting tests, because test cloud can collect and display data about the test result. Then it will be a very helpful for QA teams because they can understand why some tests are intermittently failing. Then we have a video of cloud test. So this will give you the ability to record videos and tests, and you can play them back at a later time. So let's say when you need to troubleshoot a test, or you want to gain a deeper insight than test results, you can use this videos and gain a deeper idea on this from these videos. And then next one is test grid evolves automatically. So this means let's say you want to add a new type of device or operating system. Configuring your local test grid will require significant time, but in cloud test grid, these updates happen automatically. So new devices getting added when as soon as they appear on the market. So these cloud vendors do the updates for you, and it's also very easy. So then we have real device testing. So you can perform tests on real devices, and because the most organizations can't afford to purchase and manage these hundreds of devices. So in cloud testing, it gives us the option of performing tests on real devices, and also they give the access to simulators also. And then we have next topic as how to prepare for cloud-based testing. As we know, there are benefits, advantages, and disadvantages. To gain the real benefit from it, we have to use some tips. So the first one is set clear objectives. So to gain the real benefit from it, we should have a clear understanding of business requirements. So in the testing in the cloud, it will require close-up cooperation between the developers and the testers. And this will enable us to get more from our cloud investment. They have testing strategy. So let's say before moving to your project into the cloud, you have to decide what kind of test you want to perform and how much time they'll take. And let's say what are the risks they may bring. So these things we have to think. And then we have plan your infrastructure. So before moving, you have to make sure these services will provide you the required testing tools and software, hardware, and bandwidth. And also you have to determine how long you will need this test environment from these configurations, whether any change will happen. You have to be careful on those things. And then we have select a reliable provider. So when you're looking for a cloud-based testing tool provider, you have to look each provider's guarantee of the security and quality and reliability. You have to compare them. And then we have determine service access. So it's not a good idea to provide access of the cloud-based services to one tester, because then that person will become responsible for all issues. So that's not a good thing. So you have to provide access to several testers. But also you have to keep in mind that it's better to limit the access, because it will lead to some hidden costs. So you have to give the access by keep in mind that. And then you can use free trials. As I said earlier also, these cloud-based tools offer some sort of free trials like 10 minutes, 30 minutes. So using these, testers can do experiments, how these tools are working and what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages. So by comparing them, you can choose one. And at last, we have monitor and analyze the test results. So this in the cloud, this will allow constant service availability. And it's better to monitor the test results in real time. And by analyzing the results in the real time, testers can quickly react to the issues. Okay. Then we have the last topic, that is cloud testing tools. These cloud testing tools play a crucial role in software testing. So, and the best thing is it requires zero initial setup, and because everything is pre-configured, you can access the browser, pay and register, and you can do the immediately start the testing. And also this will reduce the testing time and it will surely lead to the cost effective. Okay. Then we have cloud testing tools. So here, these are the some famous cloud-based testing tools. I have mentioned some of them here. So the first one is Lodestorm, that offers a free trial and also have some pricing plans. And this helps cloud load testing. And then we have Sosta Cloud Test that offers free for 30 days, also for load and performance. And this has visual playback editor and visual test creation. Then we have Blaze Meter. It will offer a free plan for 50 concurrent users. And this is also for load and performance. And then we have AppPerfect and Wireshark. Those two are mainly for security testing, cloud security. And the AppPerfect starter pack will be $399. And that for cloud load testing, cloud hosted testing, and cloud security testing. And Wireshark, it's a free and open source tool, and it supports hundreds of protocols and media. Then we have Lambda test. We have used this in Valence project also. This offers a free trial with 10 minutes. And this also has one-time purchase plans and subscription plans. This is a scalable cloud-based cross-browser testing platform. And you can access up to 2,000 plus combinations of desktop and mobile browsers. So, and this will helps you to automate testing workflows on desktop and mobile. And there's a key feature we have here is you can log the bugs through this. And this Lambda test supports bug management tools like Jira, Asana, then Trello, and GitHub. And then we have Browser Stack. So it offers a free trial with 30 minutes, but each device is available up to 1 minute during free trial. So this also has purchase plans. And this is also a real device cloud testing platform. And you can access up to 2,000 plus desktop browsers with native browser experience. And here we have key feature as you can test how these websites behave in different locations using GPS. So this is the end of my tech talk. So do you all have any questions on this?
I think Maheshi, seems like no questions, so we can wind up.
Questions, so we can wind up the session. So thank you for participating for this tech talk. Thank you.